Welcome to Movie Mind, where we relive cinema's most unforgettable journeys. Tonight, we dive into a world of suspense, emotion, and breathtaking storytelling. Sit back as we unfold this masterpiece, scene by scene, bringing the magic of film back to life. This is Inception.
In a world where dreams can be built, stolen, and weaponized, one man dares to risk everything for the chance to return home. Welcome to Inception, a journey through layers of reality where nothing is ever as it seems. The film opens on the edge of a dream. A lonely shoreline stretches endlessly, waves pounding against the sand with merciless rhythm. Lying face down, half submerged in the surf, is Dom Cobb. His suit is soaked, his body battered, his face marked by exhaustion. Slowly he stirs, caught between drowning and waking. There's a heaviness here, a surreal haze, as though the ocean itself is whispering secrets of another world. Dragged through corridors of a magnificent Japanese palace, Cobb is brought before a man of immense power, Saito. Golden screens glow with a rich, ancient light, but the atmosphere is tense and dangerous. Armed guards stand ready, rifles raised as Cobb is forced to kneel. Saito's gaze is sharp, his presence commanding. From the very beginning, it's clear. This is no ordinary meeting, and Cobb is no ordinary thief. In a dim, cramped apartment, the dream continues to unfold. Arthur, Cobb's partner, leans coolly against the wall, his sharp suit a striking contrast to the chaos around him. Across the table, Cobb interrogates Saito. The room feels unstable, walls bending slightly, details blurring at the edges. The air vibrates with the unease of a dream beginning to lose control. Reality here is fragile enough to shatter at any moment. And then, it does. The apartment explodes in chaos, each fragment of the building drifting outward in eerie slow motion. Glass, wood, and concrete spiral through the air, suspended like dust in a sunbeam. Cobb raises a pistol to his temple, desperate to end the nightmare by force. Arthur dives for cover as outside, the skyline folds into impossible shapes, the entire dream world collapsing upon itself. Cobb awakens in a dim, cluttered safe house. The tension hasn't left. He rubs his face, the weight of exhaustion pressing down on him. Arthur remains silent, watchful, while across the table, Saito sits perfectly composed, his crisp suit unwrinkled, his demeanor unshaken. The power dynamic is clear. Even in the shadows of this hideout, Cobb is not in control. But Cobb's greatest torment doesn't come from his enemies. It comes from her. Mal. She appears in the corner of a dimly lit hotel room, her black dress flowing like a shadow. Her presence is both intoxicating and terrifying. She looks at Cobb with love, but her gaze carries the weight of accusation. She is a ghost from his past, one that will not let him go. Scene 7 later, in the polished luxury of a private jet, Saito reveals his true purpose. Leaning forward with calm authority, he offers Cobb something far greater than money: redemption. A chance to clear his name, a chance to return home, a chance to see his children again. Cobb listens, torn apart inside. The pain in his eyes betrays how deeply he longs for that promise. In Paris, Cobb begins to assemble his team. He brings Ariadne, a gifted student of architecture, into the dream world. On a quiet street, she gestures in disbelief as entire blocks of the city fold upward, curling skyward until gravity itself is meaningless. Cobb watches with measured calm. He knows this reaction well, awe mixed with fear, and he knows Ariadne is the key to designing their impossible mission. But even the most gifted architects must learn the dangers of dreams. In a small cafe, Ariadne is horrified as the world around her detonates in breathtaking slow motion. Glass shatters, tables explode outward, fragments spinning through the air. Cobb sits calmly, sipping his coffee, unfazed by the chaos. And there, hidden in the wreckage, the shadow of Mal lingers, a reminder that Cobb's past is never far behind. The team grows stronger. Cobb and Arthur visit Yusuf, a skilled chemist whose cluttered laboratory is filled with strange equipment and vials of unknown liquid. Yusuf presents his creation, a sedative powerful enough to anchor them deep within layered dreams. Cobb listens intently, but behind his eyes is hesitation. The deeper they go, the harder it will be to escape. In a dusty African marketplace, Cobb seeks out Eames. Suave, charming, and endlessly confident, Eames is a forger, a man who can become anyone inside a dream. With a sly grin and a mischievous spark in his eye, he greets Cobb as if expecting him all along. The handshake that follows is not just agreement, it's an alliance that will soon be tested under fire. The operation begins in full. Fisher, heir to a vast empire, is their target. Trapped in a rainy city street, he panics in the back of a van. Cobb, Arthur, and Eames exchange gunfire with relentless pursuers in black SUVs. Bullets pierce the night, sparks flying, tires screeching on wet pavement. What begins as a kidnapping feels more like open war. Inside a luxury hotel, Arthur faces his own trial. Gravity vanishes, leaving him floating in a twisting, rotating hallway. Furniture drifts around him like weightless debris as attackers close in. Calm and precise, Arthur fights with impossible control, spinning midair, each movement measured, each strike calculated. The scene is mesmerizing, violence unfolding like a ballet in zero gravity. The dream plunges deeper still. In the snow-covered mountains, the team storms a heavily guarded fortress. Fisher is dragged through the blizzard, his face locked between fear and determination. Cobb and Eames, clad in white snow gear, fire rifles against waves of enemies. Explosions tear through the icy walls, the dream itself trembling from the assault. And yet, Cobb cannot escape her. In a crumbling dream city, Mal returns. Her voice is soft, almost pleading. She draws close to Cobb, urging him to surrender, to stay in this world with her. Behind them, skyscrapers collapse into the sea, the city dissolving into ruin. Ariadne watches helplessly, caught between compassion and fear, as Cobb battles the most painful ghost of all. Inside the fortress hospital, Fisher finds himself at his father's bedside. Tears streak down his face as he faces the man he could never please. This moment, more than any gunfight, is the heart of the mission. Cobb and Eames watch silently, knowing Fisher's choice here will decide everything. The room glows with a cold, ethereal light, but in Fisher's heart, a door finally opens. On the airplane, silence reigns. Cobb's eyes open slowly, his breathing steady. Around him, Arthur, Eames, Ariadne, Yusuf, Saito, and Fisher sit in tense quiet, exchanging subtle glances. None of them speak, but the question hangs in the air. Did it work? Cobb returns home. In a sunny backyard garden, he kneels as his children run toward him. Their laughter fills the air, their faces finally clear, no longer hidden in shadows. The golden light feels too perfect, too warm. Cobb holds them close, the weight of years lifting in an instant. But on the table nearby, the spinning top continues to spin. It turns endlessly, its faint wobble the only hint of weakness. Cobb does not watch. His eyes are on his children. The screen lingers on the totem, spinning, until everything cuts to black. Cobb is left behind, reality or dream, certainty or illusion. Inception is more than a heist. It's a story of guilt, love, and redemption. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic movie recaps. Until next time, keep questioning what's real.